A lot of people say, no matter what I did, because, I'm of a certain persuasion, no matter what I do, they won't give it. President Zelensky has to get all of his, we want to protect our country. We have to protect our country. We haven't been doing it for 4 years. And we love this country like they love their countries. We have to protect our country.
It's been a while since we've covered Trump directly on the channel, maybe since the campaign with his speeches, but he's got a White House press event where he was answering journalist questions, mainly about foreign policy that I wanted to jump into and, more importantly, fact check. So leave us a like on the video. It lets us know you enjoy this kind of content. It gives us a big boost in the algorithm, and let's see what nonsense we can debunk.
You were talking about sending military forces to fight against the drug cartels in Latin America. Do you think it's worth sending our forces, our U.S. forces there to take this on?
Cartels where?
Central Latin America.
Well, Latin America's got a lot of cartels. They've got a lot of drugs flowing. So, we want to protect our country. We have to protect our country. We haven't been doing it for 4 years. And we love this country like they love their countries. We have to protect our country.
To kind of clarify where we're at now, for those who might not know, Trump has threatened to use U.S. troops to annex Gaza, Greenland, the Panama Canal. He's used some amount of U.S. personnel in a preemptive strike against Iran, and is now threatening to use boots on the ground in Mexico and other Central American countries. But remember, guys, Democrats are the warmongers who love war and all of that, and Trump is anti-war, and he's going to end all that, and pro-peace ticket, and blah, blah, blah. Like, MAGA should never be allowed to sit at the grown-up table again. They should never be allowed to recover from how embarrassingly wrong they were about having been exposed about every single claim they've made. Also, this is insane, and it just forgoes what allows these kind of cartels to exist. A large part of that is U.S. guns flowing that way across the border. But again, Republicans only ever want to address the symptoms, not the issue or the root causes, because then they can run on it again in 4 years.
President Zelensky has to get all of his everything he needs, because he's going to have to get ready to sign something, and I think he is working hard to get that done.
Will Zelensky have to give up territory, Mr. President?
Well, you're looking at territory that's been fought over for 3.5 years with, a lot of Russians have died, a lot of Ukrainians have died. So we're looking at that, but we're actually looking to get some back. And some swapping. It's complicated. It's actually nothing easy. It's very complicated, but we're going to get some back. We're going to get some switched. There'll be some swapping of territories to the betterment of both.
Okay, let's put aside for a brief second the obvious fact that there's not a better for both scenario when we're talking about who's going to take whose land, because I want to start with where he said that they've been fighting for 3.5 years only. Like, he's again and still spewing this Kremlin propaganda. They've been fighting for over a decade. Russia invaded Crimea in 2014. They fought in the Donetsk and the Donbass all throughout Trump's presidency as well. I don't get this sad attempt at revisionist history. Like, one, you're like revising it in a way that looks worse to our allies. It's not how you bring an autocrat to the table. I don't get why he's acting like Zelensky is the one that needs to be publicly pressured, when, again, like, Zelensky's agreed to multiple things, conceded multiple things, but this stuff that he's saying, Zelensky's publicly said he doesn't agree to. So rather than posturing strong and united with our ally, he's showing fragments there and essentially hanging him out to dry.
A lot of people say, no matter what I did, because, I'm of a certain persuasion, no matter what I do, they won't give it. And I'm not politicking for it. I have a lot of people that are. I know. I mean, I read the same things as you do. But it would be a great honor, certainly. But I would never politic. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because of, I really, number one, I want to save lives. That's why I'm involved so much with Ukraine and Russia. It's saving lives of Russians and Ukrainians. It's not American lives. Now, I would say this, that war could have escalated in something much better. That could have been a world war. I think if we didn't come, Ukraine-Russia would have ended up being a world war.
It's literally only escalated since Trump took office. The largest drone strike from Russia into Ukraine took place like 5 weeks ago, which, by the way, beat the one prior to that, which was from like a week before. I hate that MAGA, which only because Obama has one is why they do this, wants to pretend that Trump has any chance, and then will inevitably, of course, act like he was cheated when he then doesn't get a Nobel Peace Prize, because none of them understand what it truly represents. It's as simple as Obama got one, so we want our Obama to have one. Like, As if they would ever give this to a racist, misogynist, transphobe in the first place. Like, there's that, no matter what he accomplished. The idea they would do that is insanely stupid. And that's how in the first place, you know that these people have no idea about Nobel history, right? But the second is he's blocked immigration from Sudan, a place our government is acknowledging recognizes genocide. He's ended temporary protected status for Haitians and is rapidly deporting them, despite Haiti seeing increased violence, starvation, and political unrest. He just preemptively bombed Iran, a country that posed no threat to us, and breaking international law in doing so. In his first term, he dropped the largest bomb in Afghanistan history on Afghanistan, did more strikes in 4 years than Obama did in 8. Obama had the record before him, and he's now rounding up migrants and putting them into an internment camp. You have to be so far detached from reality to actually think that this clown, who hasn't even solved a single conflict that he promised he would solve on day one at that, deserves an honor as prestigious as the Nobel Peace Prize. He deserves prison time.